International Relation in 1919 until 1933. International relation has two phases between the two world wars. The first phase can be divided into three. After the World War I, there are problems that arising from the peace settlement and the League of Nations difficult to sort out problems. These are the problems that occurred in 1919 until 1923. There was a general improvement that caused partly by changes in political leadership. At the end of 1929, the world faced economic difficulties partly because of Japanese troops invaded in Manchuria in 1931, a mass employment in Germany. But attempts were made. League of Nations is made to unite the nation, but it failed because of the state doesn't want to cooperate and the state feels that League of Nations is not fair. The Washington Conference, a meeting that tried to improve a relationship between USA and Japan. At the end, this agreement is failed. The General Conference, British Prime Minister Lloyd George hoped to solve the German and French problems. Sadly, this conference has failed. The Dawes Plan. This conference is successfully because the agreement between Germany, French, and USA. Germany agreed to pay annual and got foreign loan and 800 million gold marks from USA, so that Germany economy can recover, and Germany agreed to withdraw their troops from Ruhr. The Locarno Treaty is an agreement involving most countries in Europe. Germany, France, and Belgium agreed to respect each other's frontiers. Germany promised to arbitrate between Poland and Czechoslovakia over a possible dispute, but didn't guarantee their frontiers. French guaranteed Poland and Czech if they were attacked by Germany. The Kellogg-Briand Pact. It was originally Briand's idea to propose a sign a pact renouncing war between France and USA, but then Frank B. Kellogg proposed that this agreement should involve the whole world. This agreement actually useless because there is no punishment for the state who broke their pledge. The Young Plan. This aimed to settle the remaining problem of reparation. One young American banker decided to reduce the reparations. The World Disarm Conference. All members of state did accept to reduce their own armaments, but only Germany had made any move towards disarmaments, while France and Britain had their own reason and increased their armaments. How did France try to deal with the problem? After suffering for less than 50 years because of German invasion, this is the method that French used. Relationship between the USSR and Britain, Germany, and French. Bolsheviks tried to spread the revolution further, especially in Germany. Vladimir Lenin, the revolutionary, called a representative to a conference in Moscow in March 1919 that aimed to bring the world communists under racial leadership and show them how to organize strikes and uprising. This sort of act didn't snare Britain, USA, France, Czech, Japan. Russia failed to spread the revolution in Germany and Hungary.
The successor states. After First World War, Austro-Hungarian was broke up and new national states were formed, such as these 5 states, known as the successor because they succeeded the previous empire.
The international relation in 1933 to 1939. In brief explanation, this period talked about the beginning of World War II, as the international affairs were dominated by 3 aggressive superpowers. In 1931, Japan became the first major aggressor with the successful invasion of Manchuria, and from there, in 1933, Japan began the advance from Manchuria to the rest of northeastern China. Now to Italy. In the 20th century, Italian foreign policy seemed rather confused, and when Benito Mussolini came into power in 1922, he wanted to make Italy great, respected, and feared, but he was not sure how to achieve this. Now, Benito Mussolini has 2 phases in his foreign policy. The first in 1923 to 1934. Mussolini tried to deal affair between other countries with diplomatic means, such as, and then, after 1934, Mussolini gradually shifting from extreme suspicion of Hitler into admiration of Hitler's achievement and desire to imitate him that can be seen by this event. And now in the German side, as Hitler also aimed to make Germany into great power again. And his plans were, first, destroying the hated Versailles settlement, second, building up the army, third, bringing all German-speaking people inside the Reich, and fourth, recovering lost territories. Hitler also have a plan called the Lebensraum, which is an extra living space for the German people, even though that plan itself never actually executed. And with Hitler's rise to power, he also have an unbroken chain of success such as these. Now, why with all of this violation of the Versailles settlement that Hitler was allowed to get away with? Well, the reason can be
policy that avoids war with aggressive power by giving them their demands, but only the reasonable ones. It is a policy that is followed by 2 great power, and that is first by Britain, and later it was by French. The Munich outbreak of war, September 1938 until 1939. Czechoslovakia. Hitler wants to destroy Czechoslovakia. The 3 steps of Germany starting the war. First is a propaganda campaign in Sudetenland. Its purpose is to get all the German-speaking people in Sudetenland back to Germany. And then the second one is the Munich Conference on 29 September 1938. Hitler, and then Chamberlain, and then Daladier, the 3 of them, forces Czechoslovakia to not resist the Munich Conference decision. But by doing this, the president of Czechoslovakia has decided to resign. His name is Beneš. Many people say that Munich Conference has failed. The third step is the destruction of Czechoslovakia. After Munich, Czechoslovakia was crippled by the loss of 70% of industry, the third of population, roughly a third of our territory, and all the frontiers to Germany. New president, Emil Hacha, was about to stop Hitler from destroying Czechoslovakia by capturing the independent activist Slovakia from gaining independence. The Slovakia further just used by Hitler to create chaos in Czechoslovakia. Tiso was brought by Hitler to Berlin to convince him to claim independence, and he did in March and used German as a shield from Emil Hacha, the new president of Czechoslovakia. Emil Hacha was forced to Berlin, but Hitler forced him to not resist German army to enter Czechoslovakia's territory by inviting them by themselves. But the two great powers, Britain and France, as usual, protested, but they took no action. Czechoslovakia was conquered by Germany on 15 March 1939. Hitler demands the return of Danzig, too, and then German invade Poland, which marks the start of the World War II on Europe, because Britain and then France started to take a war into Germany. Next, why did the war break out? Is it because of the appeasers, the USSR, or Hitler? Many people say it's because of the appeasers because they took no action, and then it's because of the USSR because they didn't unite all the Europe fight off against Germany. Many people say it's because of Hitler because he started the war at the first start of the era.